How you going? I'm just trying to make a welding cart. That's also a welding table. I cut all of these square tubing. They're 2-inch, 11 gauge, which is 1/8 inch thick. You see me cutting this is 3/8 inch mild steel plate that you see me cutting right now. I'm gonna put the 2 gas cylinders on this plate next to the welding cart table, and I'm gonna attach the plate to the square tubing and weld that to the underside of the cart. The design's heavily inspired, basically stolen from Brian House from Housework. I don't know exactly the dimensions of his welding cart table is, but mine is 2 feet by 4 feet. That's the dimension of the tabletop. And the legs are 3 feet. And the short tubing pieces are all 1 foot. You see me working on a plastic portable table that I put a fireproof blanket over. And I wanted a flatter surface to weld, so I put the loose plates on top of the table. This is my first time TIG welding, so it's very, whoops, I just dipped my tungsten and I just keep welding, I guess. Yeah, so I only have these magnets and a speed square to try and keep everything square. And because I'm trying to assemble them this way, it was really hard to make everything square. After I tack welded everything, I had to make some adjustments with some muscle and hammering. Oh yeah, one complaint about this TIG torch that came with the Miller. The handle's not threaded to the torch head. It's held on by friction with like 3 O-ring looking things. And when you grab just the handle, the weight of the hose, like it turns the head. So you're forced to really choke up on the head of the TIG torch to get a good control. This, like I said, this is my first time using this welder and this TIG torch, so you see me mess up and struggle, although I cut out a lot of my really bad struggling. The MIG gun, however, was really awesome, super convenient, and automatic settings on the machine really helps a lot, especially for a noob. So you can see there's a big old gap right there because of the slanted cut from the quarter band, but luckily I was able to fill the gap fairly easily. Whoops, you see me dip my filler again. Oh, and the tungsten. Nope, trying to do the lay wire technique and blow the hole straight through. And a good once over to make it look prettier. And it's all gray. So the ratchet strap pulls the legs together because there was too much of a gap. And this actually worked pretty well. I actually made a mistake and attached the cross members 2 inches too high. I ended up measuring from the top of the table instead of the bottom of the table, and in that configuration my welder wouldn't have fit under the welding cart. And what you're seeing right now is my second attempt at attaching the cross members after I cut all of them off and reground everything so I can move it 2 inches down. So the difference between my welding cart and Brian House's welding cart is I decided to only have one shelf underneath just to hold my welding machine. And the bottom shelf I decided to leave out so I can put my pedal under the table so I can TIG weld. Here it is all done. I was practicing, so the welds look not great in some places. I did blow through on some parts, but I managed to fill them in. Eventually, I got some porosity here. Yuck. The vise finally mounted. I had the vise for a while, but didn't have any place to put it. This wood is like MDF from like a door that I had in the garage that was ripped out. Left it outside for a while, so I thought it was gonna be all moldy and soggy, but it was painted, so it was okay. There's a lot of dust though. Also, I welded these casters on. They have ball bearings in them. They got pretty hot though, so they feel a little crunchy, but hopefully it's fine. Right now I just have the ground clamped directly to the table right now, but I made like this little tab thing that I'm gonna weld to the underside somewhere. So that's hidden. I didn't get around to that yet. I made a bunch of my own weld-on hooks from 1/4" steel, mild steel. I like this one. It's kind of like flat. Should be like for maybe my hearing protection or something. Oh, we'll see. The welder's really good. Maybe a little too good, because I'm not learning anything about settings because it does everything for me. So yeah, hopefully I eventually learn. Lincoln auto darkening welding hood. I love it. It's like, I mean, I've never had a fixed shade hood, but this thing is so convenient, and it's like really comfortable to weld in. Doesn't hurt my eyes or anything, and it darkens super fast. I also got this CO2 fire extinguisher, but like I don't know why. Like, do they usually not have like a gauge to tell you it's full? It feels full, but it would be nice to have a gauge. The car got super dirty today. The garage was really dirty when I was working on the welding cart. So the Honda sat outside for a bit, and it freaking got rained on. So now I have to wash it. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you can see, but somebody hit me. I just noticed yesterday. It's like really mild. I can't see. Yeah, somebody hit me, and I just noticed yesterday, but it's like really mild, so I'm annoyed, but I'm not like crying about it.